The shadows in our lives are growing ever closer around us. The darkness is pressing in. But let us lift up our light and walk into that darkness together. And together you and I will go hunting. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am your host, Dennis Carroll, and this is Hunting the Shadows, episode 50 in 1/1/2025. Happy New Year to everyone out there. I hope it's a great year coming up. And yes, it's going to be very, very soon the year of the snake. But it's always kind of the year of the snake here lately. We got a lot of snakes around, okay? That's what I'm talking about, the two-legged variety. They're walking around on two legs. Definitely want to give a shout out to all of those out there and already gathering in our chat room. Welcome to the grotto tonight. Pull up a tombstone and make yourself at home, as they say in the cemetery business. Okay. Hello, Urso. Good to have you here. And Midwest Night Watchers. Hello, my brother. The lovely Shiro is with us. Hello. And who else have we got here? All right. We got Wizard Moon. Hello, Wizard Moon. And we've got the girl and her gong, mother of Gus. Okay. She is with us tonight. Gus's mom. Howdy. Yes, it is almost the year of the snake, isn't it? Yes, it is. It's like about 28 days, something like that. It's supposed to be a year. Sounds like a bad thing, but it's supposed to be a year of change, actually. New endeavors. And we're going to talk about that a little bit tonight. Absolutely. And let's see who else we got coming in here. Come on now. Let's gather in, folks. Piercing Studio 109 Tattoos. Hello. Crystal Carol Cleveland, the lovely Crystal Carol Cleveland is with us tonight. She's in the house, yeah. She's in the building. Yes, sir. She has arrived. Who else we got coming in here? Mr. Philip Cleveland. That happens to be, I think she's related to this guy. I think something like your husband or something. Mr. Philip Cleveland. Welcome, sir. I wish you all a very happy new year out there. To all of us out there in podcast land, I hope that you had a great New Year's Eve. It was not a good time in New Orleans. You know, that's why I've been telling people for quite a while now. It's not a good idea to gather in large crowds. Absolutely not. Not nowadays. Not in certain specific public places. It's not. Absolutely not. But there's a very sad thing unfolding in New Orleans. Absolutely. Bad way to start the year. Absolutely. I think he's my husband. Yes, he is. Okay, that's him. All right. I'm glad we got that settled. All right. And hello, Kyle. My nephew Kyle. There he is. Kyle, I'm running low on coffee, man. I'm running low on coffee, Kyle. I am. I'm running out. You don't like crowds. I don't blame you, girl, on a gong. Kind of a dangerous thing to be in nowadays. Absolutely. You're sort of like a target, you know. All right. Thank you there, Kyle. I'm a McDonald's coffee fan, actually. I like the light roast or the medium roast, either one. They're good. Either girl in a gong. Yeah, Crystal says she doesn't like crowds either. Well, I tell you, it's not a good idea. No. You got a lot of terrorists. I'm gonna tell you what. Here's the thing. I hate to say this, okay, I don't want to sound like a broken record, but hey, the door of the southern border has been wide open, okay? Anybody can come through. Now, I know this guy supposedly is homegrown, but still, you got a lot of other guys coming through. Somebody had to talk him into this junk. Somebody had to get him set up for this. I don't know. They're looking for more than one perpetrator, so we will see how this develops. But let me tell you something, okay? There are certain elements of the government out there, they don't even want you to know about some of this stuff going on. Look at the manifesto of the shooter in, I think it was Tennessee. Never got made public. There's a lot being hushed up on this. Okay. Hey Russell, good to have you here, man. Don Morris has checked in. All right. But yeah, there's a lot of this going on that they don't want you to know about. Okay. But that's your government. That's the way the government works. Shin Valley Girl. Hello, Melissa. Good to have you with us, dear. Hope you're doing good. And let's see who else we got coming in here. The Shenandoah Valley Girl. Yep. She's with us. She's in the house here. Remember to share all your social media, not just your YouTube. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, share us on that. Yeah. Thank you for that reminder, Russell. That's to grow the channel. Absolutely. We got to get it on out there. Hopefully, this year is going to be a year of growth for us. Absolutely. We will grow some more. We've only got 1,400 subscribers. I wish it were 14,000, but it's not, unfortunately. But, yeah, we've got some stuff, some ground to cover tonight. We're just going to talk a little bit about some of this stuff. Got a question for you. What happened to the drones? Where are the drones at? Was that some kind of a distraction? Gotta ask that question. Were we being distracted on purpose? Don't forget the 3Ds. Disinformation, distraction, and misdirection there. That's direction. Okay, what they do is they direct you the way they want you to go. With disinformation and distraction. Okay, don't forget that. The drones took a break, girl on the ground. Yeah. Where did they go? Where are those darn drones at? Okay. They're around. But that was something of a diversion, was it not? And we had you gotta, when it comes to stuff like that, you gotta ask the very important question: what is not happening here? You gotta ask that question: what's not happening here? I've been looking forward to hearing you talk about the drones. Well, the drones, I'm gonna tell you what. Okay, and I checked with some experts on drones. These drones would definitely have to be government drones, okay, because they're the only people can afford drones like that. Okay, and I'm sure Elon Musk, he's working for the government now, by the way. No, these were definitely government stuff. This was nothing private, I don't think. Some of these were reported coming out of the ocean. I talked about that last time, I think. There are definitely undersea bases. Okay, folks, don't forget that. And that doesn't surprise me a bit that you would see some of these jokers coming out of the water. Okay, that's not surprising at all. Yep. Some were fixed wing. Yeah. Some were fixed wing drones. Those are definitely government drones. Okay. Reconnaissance drones, most of the time. That's what they are. And a lot, whenever anything happens like that, people start hollering extraterrestrial. I think there was none of this had anything to do with extraterrestrials. Although I do believe without doubt there are extraterrestrial drones, but they do not look like our drones. They do not have flashing lights on them like that. Okay. And maybe some of this other stuff, I got to throw this in there. I got to throw this out too. some of the other stuff that's happening in the sky may be of angelic origin. Let me repeat that statement. Angelic origin. Okay? Absolutely. And thank you for putting that up, girl. That's my Patreon. Please consider joining that if you want to support us and support what we're doing on this channel, helping to get the truth out there. Okay, we do not want to let the government stop a signal here. Okay, and this is one way to keep them from stopping the signal. Okay, join our Patreon, and you will be helping us with that, with your support. Okay, consider that, please. Anyway, thank you for that, girl on the gun. She's a gunslinger. She is last on the draw. Yes, sir. A gunslinging gal. Anyway, the thing about it is, we've got to understand that a lot of this, what's going on, they're doing the reason that they're doing this. Okay, I think they're looking for something. They may be looking for someone. They may be looking for something, like maybe misplaced nuclear fuel of some sort, whatever the deal is. Okay, there's something going on. They're not going to tell us about it. Okay, so you might as well forget that. They're definitely not going to come out and tell you the truth about it. But I have to wonder something else. Was some of this maybe a diversion for some other things, And you got to look at what, like I said earlier, at what's not happening. Okay. And one thing that's not happening is the government is not coming out and saying one thing or the other about it too much. They're trying to keep it low key. So that tells me they're definitely behind a lot of it. Absolutely. Looking for my misplaced catacombs photo from 98. You hadn't found that yet? Oh, Lord have mercy. It's aggravating when you got something you can't find it. I know how that is. I live that way, okay? Look at the museum here, okay? I got a lot of stuff. I know I got it. I just don't know where it's at. That's the problem. I think people are coming in my house and moving things around when I'm not looking. It could be gremlins, okay? I may have gremlins, folks. Absolutely. Hello, Head Trip. Good to have you here. But yeah, we got to look at what's not happening here, What's the deal with that? And the drones are just one of those things. Now, look at what happened in the Miami Mall, okay? And that's been, about a year ago. You got a lot of stuff going on like that, and you got to ask your question why. I think a lot of this is experimentation. They're trying to see how we react to things and how far they can push the envelope sometimes. You know what I mean? Absolutely. But anyway, always remember, always ask what's not happening here. Got the big cup out tonight. Anyway, that's what we're looking at. Yep. Like all the shows. Go watch any shows you missed. Thank you, Russell. This, I do have an archive, okay? You can go to my channel and watch a lot of the shows that we've had in the past. All of the shows are archived there. Shows that I do with other people are also archived there. I will be doing some shows with the Duchess, Danielle Diva Borazan. I will be doing some shows with her very soon. Those will be in the archives. I have an episode coming up, I think Sunday night, with Out of the Box. We will be doing an episode with them Sunday night. So keep watching and check the archives because there's a lot of good stuff in there. I've got all of the Demonology Today shows archived in there as well. A lot of great information if you're interested in demonology and stuff like that. A lot of great information in that. It's the Night Owl Lounge, night after hunting the show. Yeah. After the show, go check out the Night Owl Lounge. Okay. Thank you, Crystal, for that super sticker. Thank you, dear. That is greatly appreciated. Thank you so much. We will put you on the board there. Thank you, dear. I appreciate that. Yeah, go check out the Night Owl Lounge after a while with my good friend Gerald and his lovely wife Jane. And that sounds like the Jetsons. You remember that? George Jetson and his lovely wife Jane, their son Astro, their daughter Judy. I used to love to watch the Jetsons. That was great. I like that. I like them better than the Flintstones, by the way. You never watched the Night Owl Lounge. Oh, Russell, you don't know what you're missing, buddy. You need to check it out. Go to Midwest Night Watchers and check it out. I love to hang out at the Night Owl Lounge. Absolutely. That's right, Russell. Check it out, buddy. It's really some good conversation going on there, and you will love it. Yes, you love watching the Jetsons. Yeah, I like the Jetsons. They were good. Here you go. Here's your link to the Night Owl Lounge, Russell. There's your link. I'll leave it up for you a while there. And check it out when you get to. It's a great place to be to hang out. I know the bartender especially. His name's Gerald. He'll set you up. He's at the bar. At the Night Owl Lounge. I would love to be the singer at the Night Owl Lounge with the piano. I would do Billy Joel's Piano Man for you. I wouldn't want to do that to you, okay? But anyway, check that out. That's the link to the Night Owl Lounge. Beyond the Box. Yes, I will be appearing on Beyond the Box Sunday night. That link is trying to get away from it. There we go. Beyond the Box channel. Check it out with Brenda. Should be a good show. I don't know what we're gonna get into, but who knows? Who knows where we may end up at with that? So that's Sunday night. I think at 9:00, if I'm not mistaken. I might be wrong on that, but I think it. But as it gets closer to it, I will put that up, definitely. Good tune. Yeah, Piano Man. Did you know what's his name? Joel, what's his last name again? My brain's gone numb on me here. Billy Joel is actually he is a really big atheist, by the way. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I never knew that. I have a list of all the atheists that are famous. You will be surprised. Joe Rogan is an atheist. Didn't know that, did you? Yep. A whole lot of people are atheists that you would not believe. Thanks for the link. I subscribe to Beyond the Box. Okay, good job. Also subscribe to, if you haven't already, subscribe to Midwest Night Watchers. They have a store too, by the way. That's right. They are selling stuff. You got merchandise. Go check it out. At the Night Owl Lounge has some merchandise on there too. They've got flashlights. They got all kinds of stuff. Great store there. Check it out. I don't think they take personal checks though. Well, Kyle, you and I will have to discuss that, brother. Absolutely. You'll have to tell me about that. A lot of these so-called atheists are really Satanists. They use atheism as a cover. Well, that's true, yeah. They'll say that's their religion, you know. There we go. Midwest Night Watchers merchandise there for you folks. Check it out. Okay. All right. Check it out if you get a chance. There you go. Somebody saying hello, Midwest Night Watchers. But anyway, yeah. I think without a doubt that there are alien drones. I have seen one. Okay, that's the only thing it could have been. And there's a report just the other day from an astronaut. Now this guy's an astronaut. He's been on the International Space Station, but he was flying his plane. He was flying his own. He got his own plane. He was flying, I think, across Texas or somewhere out west. And he was passed by two metal spheres flying at a high rate of speed. And that was definitely not our kind of drones, okay? That sounds very much like what I saw. I actually saw something very similar to that. And it's been years ago. I believe without a doubt that they have, if it makes sense when you think about it, if aliens are visiting us, they would definitely put out drones to check on us and put us under surveillance. Absolutely. We just had a new shirt, American Legends, huh? I'll have to check that out there, Gerald. Absolutely. Very cool shirts, huh? All right. Wait a minute now. If you're going to have American Legends, you want to have a shirt with my picture on it. What's going on with that? But anyway. Ha ha ha. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But anyway. Yeah, without a doubt, I believe that we are being watched in different ways. But I think a lot of what we were seeing lately was definitely just government activity. A lot of black ops stuff too. They believe me, they are the only ones that have true drones that can fly truly at night. But I have seen. I was looking at a picture of this on a video of it on I think it might have been X or something. There was a video of thousands of drones in the air in China that would make pictures in the sky, put up some of the most wildest looking stuff you've ever seen. They put on quite a show. These thousands of drones flying in synchronization, doing all this stuff is amazing. It's scary too. When you look at it like that, they could put anything in the sky and scare you or get you to believe what they want you to believe. You understand that? Let me tell you something. I'll give you a warning now, okay, for the new year. And only you carry this warning into the new year with you, okay? You really can't believe a whole lot of what you see anymore, okay? Or what you hear. I'm sorry, but that's just the way it is. And you got to learn to kind of deal with that because that's the way things are going in this world. What you cannot even believe your own eyes or your ears anymore. Okay? Trust me. Things are going to get real freaky here. Absolutely. Our technology in this world has been combined with a different evil, darker technology, okay? The dark sides. And things are not going to be the same for mankind anymore. Trust me, okay? We're gonna be doing a show on that very soon. Now last year and this past year, we've done Dog Man, we've done a lot of Dog Man. Dog Man, we're doing Dog Man to death here, okay? I mean, come on, there's more out there than just Dog Man. I don't want to sound critical here, but there's a whole lot more out there than Dog Man and Bigfoot. Okay, let's face it. They're narrowing their perceptual vision, and they shouldn't be doing that. Okay, we need to broaden our vision. There's a lot more out there than just Dog Man. Okay, we need to be talking about a lot of other stuff here too. Okay. And last year it was werewolves and vampires. That's fine. There's a lot. We'll talk about that. But let's talk about some other stuff too. Okay. And that's why we're going to have some shows on angels, the good and the bad kind. Okay. And I'm going to tell you, these are the most fascinating beings that exist in this universe. Okay. Trust me. We're going to try to get deep into that and understand what's going on, because what they're doing is having a complete reaction to everything in our lives and our world. You got to understand that the angelic factor is woven deep into the fabric of mankind. And we must understand that. Oh yeah. We've got to. And that's where it's coming from, folks. Okay. And if you ignore this, then you're doing it to your own discredit. Okay. So we've got to look at this for what it's worth. We're going to be talking about the Nephilim. You are probably carrying the Nephilim in your DNA. Okay. I hate to tell you that, but you probably are. So you are connected to the Nephilim whether you want to be or not. And they are still with us. It's still ongoing. Okay. And there may be some pockets in the world where they're definitely out there living. Where do you think all this stuff comes from? Where do you think is the real origin of all these cryptids? Look at me, okay? I always go to the source. Go to the source if you want to find out what's truly going on. That's what we're going to do on this show. That's my pledge to you this year. We're going to the source. We're going to the origin. We're going to explore what nobody else is looking at here. That's what we're going after. We're going to uncover what the real thing is to this universe and the very fabric of our lives and our existence. And it is tied up irrevocably with the angelic beings that are all around us, even right now. There may be some in this room with me. I hope there are, the good kind. Okay. I hope they're around me all the time, the good kind. And that's what you want too. But listen, there's some bad ones out there too. Okay. We got to understand that as well. And like I just said about you believing and seeing and hearing, okay, there's a lot of things out there that wants to distort your perception. It wants to change your true reality. And that is the biggest lie of all. When something starts warping reality for you, my friends, that's not good. That is downright the most despicable evil you can ever run into, because they're trying to change your very perception. And you've got to remember something, and we've got to hold on to this, okay? We are children of God. We were worth dying for. Don't ever forget that, okay? I'm going to tell you something. When I look at somebody, I don't see what color they are, what church they go to, how much money they got in the bank. I don't care, okay? I don't really care. What I don't care, all right? Because when I look at somebody, I see a child of God, somebody that God was worth dying for. And I respect that. Don't you understand? That's what we've got to respect. That's why we have to love each other. That's what God commanded us. He commanded us to love each other. Love your neighbor as yourself. And love God with all your whole heart, and your body, and your spirit, and your mind. That's what God commanded us to do, okay? Jessica says she just looks to see the slit pupils. Well, that's fine, dear. There are a lot of snakes out there walking around, absolutely, on two legs, okay? They don't crawl on the ground. A lot of them don't. And those are the ones we got to rid of. Those are the most dangerous. I'd rather deal with rattlesnakes, boa constrictors, and all these other things before I run into the two-legged snakes, okay? The two-legged snakes will unalive you in a big hurry and try to get your soul in the bargain. Okay, absolutely. And so we got to remember that coming up on the year of the snake here, by the way. We've got to remember there's a lot of two-legged snakes walking around out there. Okay? Everybody that calls you their friend is not your friend. Okay? You got to remember that. Be very careful. Okay? Be very careful. I'm going to tell you something. I'm the kind of person that when I don't throw out that word friend very easily. I have very few friends. I have a tight circle of friends. If you in my circle of friends, you know, you didn't get there just because you happened to walk in the room, okay? Because I put you there at my table. And when I want you at my table, that means I trust you. And you're a real friend. I don't just throw that word friend around. It means something to me. Don't you understand what I'm saying? That word friend means something to me. And if I'm your friend to the end. You hear me? I will give my life for you. That's the way I've been trained, by the way. To take the bullet for you. I'll jump in front of a gun for you. I'm not just saying that. I'm not joking here, folks. Okay? That's me. I'll do it. Okay? Because you are worth something. God thought you were worth dying for. That means something. That means you're a child of God. Therefore, you deserve respect. Whoever you are. I don't care what you are, what color you are, or what family you come from, how much money you got. It don't matter. You're a brother or a sister. That's what we got to go with here. Okay? And until we get that kind of love in our hearts, we're going to be lost, my friends. Okay, we got to understand that, and what's going on in this world. That's why we need to understand the angelic factor here. Okay, because what's going on in our world is much bigger than we are. This war that's going on, the war's been won. Okay, this war's been won, but the battle is much worse and bigger than we thought. The battle is for our souls. Don't ever forget that. You know. And yes, you better stay out of large crowds. That's my guess. That's my advice. You know, you're better off staying at home, minding your own business. You know what I'm saying? Be very careful where you go. I know you have to get out and go places, but keep aware. Be aware of what you're doing and what's going on around you at all times, and do not make yourself a victim. You know, I talked with my good friend Kenny Starfox the other night. We did a great show. And I talked about animals watch for an animal to get older, or one that has got something wrong with it, is sick. That's what they're looking for. They're looking for the victims. That's the way predators work, my friends. And you got predators right now in your supermarket. You got predators in your parking lot out there. You got predators wherever you go. You got to understand that. They're watching, waiting for some sign of weakness. Do not show weakness. You know, John Wayne was right. You don't show weakness, because then you look like a victim. You're setting yourself up to be a victim. Don't do that. Show strength. The predator fears strength and exploits weakness. It's very important that we remember that. Well, we gotta keep that in mind all the time. We can't let our guard down. Okay? We do not want to let our guard down. Because I don't want you're my friends. I don't want you missing at my table. Okay? You understand? You don't even like going to work and say, yeah, we've got to be very careful. We've got to be aware. We've got to be aware because our enemies are all around us, human and otherwise. Okay, let me say that again. Human and otherwise enemies are everywhere. Just like Jessica said, look for the slits in the eyes, you know? That's what you got to look for. I mean, that's what you got to be ready for. And it's like the sermon of Father Maple. He said, I'm ready to pluck out the truth from underneath the rows of judges and senators. If that's what it takes, I'm ready to pull the truth out from where it's being hidden. How about you? My new idea is to make a drill so I am a wacko that runs towards danger to protect others. They show a trick. But, you got that. That's what we've got to get. We've got to get the mindset here, folks. Okay, we got to get the mindset going. I was taught to take that bullet for you, and I will. I'll never get past that teaching. I was taught to do that. If you and I walk together, I walk on the outside. And I keep my right hand free. You understand? Always keep your right hand free no matter where you're at. That's a good idea. If you know what I mean. If you catch my drift. Unless you're left handed. Then you keep your left hand free, okay? Thank you, Jason. I appreciate that. But, if God thought you were worth dying for, I think you are too. I'm, I want to be in the section with God, okay? Because that's where the real love in this universe is. That's where the real power is in this universe. I want to be on the side of the angels. Absolutely. But anyway, that's my rant for tonight. Yep. Not it, and somebody says you just want to be on God's side because He's going to win. No, that's not it. It's the side to be on. Okay, that's not the point. It's not going with the winner of anything here. It's the right thing to do. Remember that. Don't ever forget it. Do the right thing, whatever the right thing is to do. Okay, that's the way that goes. But anyway, getting back to some freaky stuff that's going down. We had some freaky year last year. We had a lot of weird stuff going on. I expect it's going to be that way, maybe even more so this year. But we've got to remember technology is slowly being turned against us because we are slowly being turned into technology. We are being turned into the technology. Do you know that Elon Musk is coming out with the point that he's going to be able to hook up every cell phone in the world? Did you hear what I just said? Starlink is going to be able to hook up every cell phone in the world. What do you think about that? I agree with you, girl, and gone. 2020 and 2024 went by very fast. Too fast. When you get, that's the way it goes, my dear. When you get older, everything speeds up. You think it would slow down, but it speeds up. It really does. You turn around one day and say, God, it was the weekend. It was the weekend. Here it is. It's the weekend again. It's that's time is relative when you get old. Okay. Technology has some advantages, but we are reaching the point where it is dangerous. Absolutely, Russell. Absolutely. And it's designed for that. Don't you understand? There is a dark technology going on here, a dark science, a dark alchemy that is being presented to mankind. Guess what? We're being handed another one of the forbidden fruits from the Garden of Eden. We're being offered another forbidden fruit. But guess what this fruit's going to do to us? It's going to swallow us up if we're not careful. People aren't meant to be connected to the computer, but we will be. We will become part of the computer. Don't you understand? It's not just being connected. We will become part of it. We are becoming part of the technology. Don't you understand? We are going to lose our humanity to become part of this technology. Okay? What if I were to come to you tomorrow and say, let's talk to my friend Gerald here for a minute? I say, Gerald, when your body wears out, we can take your brain and put it in a robotic body. And guess what, Gerald? You can live forever and never die. But you will be what? You will be without your humanity. You will not be human anymore, really. You will be a robot then with a human brain in it, but you will not have your humanity anymore. And what happens to the soul? As Edgar Allan Poe once said, meanwhile, what happens to the soul? That's a good question. Girl says no thank you. I don't blame you. That way is danger. That way is where you can lose your soul. That way is going beyond the point of no return. That way is going to get you lost forever in the darkness. Well, everything is relative to time, space. Things were cheaper, but you had to work more for it back then, you know. Um, we've got to expect that, though. We are becoming part of the technology. That's what they want. That's the plan. Don't you understand? That is the insidious, dark, evil plan that they've got for mankind to completely change us from what our Creator wanted us to be to what they want, which is absolutely everything against what God intended to begin with. And that's why, because they are the enemies of God. Do you not understand? And the enemies of God are your enemies too. If they're not, you're in a bad place to be, okay? If you go along with this stuff, you're in a bad spot. And you need to get out of it because things are going to go down. And you're going to see a lot of it happen this year. I'm not here to make predictions, but I see some stuff coming down the line, okay? And it's not good. I hate that. I don't want to be like, Jessica says, a Debbie Downer, okay? I don't want to be that. Or I don't know, a Dennis Downer. I don't want to be that, okay? But from here on out, all bets are off, my friends, okay? And everything is on the table here. Just like they say in John Wick, you know, the high table. You're either at the high table or you're under the table. We're going to all be under the table, okay? I'm afraid so. So we got to be very careful here. And we got to really safeguard not only our lives, but our souls. If you come to me and you ask me a question, Dennis, what is better to lose, your life or your soul? I have a quick answer for you: your life. Do not lose your soul. Your life would be easier to lose than that. You can lose your life and gain it. You understand that? God has promised you that. If you lose a life, if you believe in Him and you lose your life, you will gain it. He's talking about eternal life. But if I have to give up one or the other, I will keep my soul. Thank you. I'll give up my life freely. For what is your life, as the Bible says, but a vapor of smoke? Don't be a Dennis Downer. Oh, Lord. Jessica's giving me a name now. I have a title. Okay. No, I don't want to be a Dennis Downer. But I see some bad things coming down the line. Absolutely. And it's not going to be good. So we've got to be very careful. That's all I'm saying. We got to be careful. As somebody says, keep your head on a swivel. It's very true. Keep your wits about you. You know, don't be sharp as mashed potatoes. Be sharper than mashed potatoes, okay? Be sharp. Don't be dull. Have to be in that frame of mind, and I'm afraid so, Head Trip. I'm afraid we do. Not a little Debbie Downer. But I'm afraid we do. We've got to watch out. But there's one thing that will preserve us. Okay? Love is what we got to hold on to. Love and light. Those are the things that we need to have in our lives. More love and more light in our lives. Okay? These things will preserve us along with faith. These are what will give us the anchors that we need when the storms hit. Okay? And there are going to be storms. There's always going to be storms. There's evil out there in the world. Look at what happened in New Orleans last night. There's evil in this world. And it's going to always reach out for us until that evil one day is eradicated for good. That's the day I'm looking forward to. When that factor of evil is no longer there anymore. But it's getting to that day that's going to be the hard trip. Okay? It's going to be the hard journey getting to that day. But we've got to hold on to love and light and faith, my friends. Okay? And we got to reach out beyond the darkness and branch out and go after the things we want, because life is running out on us. Okay? I'm getting closer to my end every day. And I know that my end is coming closer and closer. That's not a good feeling to know that. Eventually, your end is coming one day. Whatever happens in the end, that end is coming no matter what. And you got to understand that now is the time to live. To climb that mountain you need to climb, or take that trip that you've been wanting to, or reach out for whatever it is that it's good, nothing bad now, but I'm talking about something good, some good goal that you have. Now is the time to begin to work on it and accomplish it. Reach out and do the things. The year of the snake is going to be a year of change. It's going to be a year of change, and we need to reach out and go after the things that we want, to take that great adventure that we're looking for, to go on that trip that we put off for a while. We've got to start thinking about doing some of this other stuff and not cut ourselves off from the world. Although the world is very evil and becoming very evil, contained with evil around us, we must reach out beyond that and we got to go after our goals, because this is the life that we're living, and we're not getting, and none of us are getting any younger. Okay, so we got to look at that too. So if you got a bucket list, start working on it. Okay, if it's a good bucket list, I don't want you to work on a bad one. But if it's a good bucket list or something you want to do, now's the time to start working toward that. Now's the time to start doing it. Reach out and start looking and trying to work for your goals. If it's being having your own business or whatever it is. Now's the time, not tomorrow, not next week, not a month from now. Now, right now, is the time to begin to lay your plans. The first thing you can do, you can get out a piece of paper and a pencil and write down what you want to do. Start laying your plans out. I always like to write stuff down. It helps you remember, it kind of makes it come alive when you write it down. You know what I'm saying? It gives it life. Get down and write it down and say, hey, this is what I want to do. This is my goal. This is what I'm going to work for. And I'm going to start on it. But that's what we need to start doing. And that's the way we need to live our lives. So do not leave. Let me tell you what, evil is out there and it is waiting to confront us, but we cannot give in to the fear. The fear, evil wants us to be afraid, and evil wants to make us fearful victims, because it doesn't want to deal with us as warriors. Don't you understand that? That's why I tell people, be a warrior, don't be a victim. Reach out, do what you got to do. Grab that bull by the horns. Okay? Wrestle him down. Put a rope on that doggy. All right? As the cowboys say. There you go. You got your marching orders. Now go forward. Take care of your goal, whatever it is. And if it's wanting to reach out to help somebody, yeah, do that. We can use more and more of that in this world. Don't you understand? We can use more kindness, more good deeds, working out, helping people, tipping people more in restaurants, whatever the situation is. Acts of goodness, not just because it makes you feel good. That's not why you do it. You do it because you want to express love towards somebody. Okay, that's what you do acts of goodness for. You don't do it. You don't say, "Oh, it makes me feel good." No, that ain't what you want to do it for. That's the wrong reason, my friend. You do it because it's the right thing to do. A warrior, not a warrior. That's right. We got to quit worrying about stuff. We need to be cautious, but we got to be careful, of course, around stuff. But we've also got to conquer that fear. Thank you for that sticker there, Ida. Thank you so much, dear. Very generous. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. But we've got to understand that fear is what they want to intimidate us with. Fear is a weapon that they're using against us. When we've got to nullify that weapon. You understand? We've got to put fear in its place. Fear can be a good thing if it helps you, but it can also hold you back. It can also hold you down. And you don't want to go that route. You want to conquer that fear. You want to put that fear where it needs to be and move on from there. Fear is your enemy. Fear is the enemy of faith, my friends. And what did I say earlier that you need? You need love, light, and faith. You can't have one without the other, okay? You need love, light, and faith. And fear is trying to cancel your faith out. And it puts your light out and destroy your love. Don't let it do that. Fear is your enemy. Don't be afraid of fear. I know that sounds weird, doesn't it? Don't be afraid of fear. Don't do that. That's what fear wants you to do. Fear wants you to be afraid, wants to turn you into a coward. Don't let it do that to you. Okay? Combat it. That's the way to go. You don't want to tip the cows. Don't do that. No, the cows do not like that, by the way. They told me they didn't like that, by the way. That's true. Okay. Fight the fear. You want to fight something? Fight the fear. That's what you fight. And you can win that fight, too. For the Lord hath not given us a spirit of fear, but of power, of love, and a sound mind. That's exactly right. Absolutely, 110% on the mark. I quit drinking 29 years ago. I'll take a Pepsi. That's a good idea. Do not. I'm gonna tell you something about alcohol. That's one of the worst poisons you can put in your body. And I have a lot of people say, I exercise and I do yoga and all that, and they still drink like a fish. One is outdoing the other one, my friends. You don't rob Peter to pay Paul. You know how that goes? Good cold Coke in a glass bottle. Oh, wow. You're making me thirsty now. I'm kind of a Pepsi person myself. Not too much on Coke. But anyway, that's why we gotta remember Diet Coke, yeah. That's why we gotta remember. Okay, fight the fear. Oh, Mexican Coke. They paid for the fish, and then I got done. Hello, Juno. Catch up with us later, brother. All right. All right. But anyway, fight the fear. That's going to be our motto this year, okay? Fight the fear. That's what we're going after. Any questions? I sound like a school teacher at the end of the class. Any questions? I always do that. Diet. That's a good fake sugar, and I'm pulling up. I remember the old diet. Do they still sell diet? I don't know. I haven't seen that in a long time. Crystal says fight the fear. I like it. Yep, that's what we're gonna do. That's our motto this year. Fight the fear. Okay. That's our enemy. That's one of our enemies. Not our only enemy, but it's one of our enemies. But watch out for the two-legged snakes too while you're at it. Okay. Those two-legged snakes, I'll tell you what. Snakes are not supposed to have legs, but we got a lot of them walking around on two legs. Okay. What do you think is in the fog? I don't know. I remember the movie The Fog. That was a really creepy movie. I don't know. I want to tell you something. There's been a lot of reports of portals and fogs being seen together. That's an interesting thing. The most dangerous person on earth is a fake. Oh yeah, I agree with that. I haven't seen that right in years either. I don't know if they still make it or not. Snakes are mostly in Washington. They're everywhere now, Kyle. Yeah, they try to sell you a car. You have to watch them. Oh yeah, they're everywhere. Two-legged snakes. They're more dangerous. Like I said, they're a whole lot more dangerous than the snakes that crawl around on their belly. I'd rather deal with a black mamba than some of these two-legged snakes. Oh, you still bad, eh? Okay. I don't know. I haven't checked. I haven't had a diet right in many years. Yep. It used to have a funky taste to me. I never did. And I was not a diet right fan, but I would like to have another one here all these years later. Just try it out. My favorite thing to do for yourself, Dennis, watch birds, believe. Well, oh, my hobby. My hobby is mainly reading. I read. I read a lot of stuff. That's one of my main hobbies. Other things that I do, I collect a few things. I'm a collector of stuff. Uh, I have a few collections. I have some Civil War bullets, actually, that I've collected. I have some cannonballs. Yes, I do have some cannonballs. And so I have some ammunition collections, like just a few things like that. I don't build ships in a bottle. I don't do that. I might have to try that sometime. Though. I hear it's an interesting way to pass time. I tell you what, my time is. I don't know. It gets filled up very quickly. Time is relative, my friends. Grape Fanta. Oh yeah, I remember that. I love a show about the rebuilding of the Temple Mount and any plans concerning that and all that. But Russell, I'll tell you this. We talked about that before. That is the number one biblical sign to watch for, the rebuilding of that temple. That temple has to be there. Okay. And it's very interesting that they've got the red heifers ready. Okay. And you got to have the blood of the red heifers to sprinkle on the stones to begin the building process. Everything is falling in place for that temple to be rebuilt. Now, here's the interesting thing: the dome of the rock is got to get gone. Okay, that's gonna have to be gone. Can't build a temple there with the dome of the rock. So if something happens to the dome of the rock, it gets destroyed or whatever, you'd be looking for something like that, like an earthquake or even a bomb, whatever the situation. That temple or that dome of the rock has got to be gone. Okay, in order for that temple to be built there. And that's what you be watching for, okay? I drink water too, because I get migraines. I drink water too, otherwise I get. Yeah. I do not. I'm gonna tell you what. I do not drink anything but water with my food. That's me. Okay, I drink only water. I might have a little lemon in the water, but that's it. I don't. That's the only thing I drink with my food. I don't sit around drinking coffee with food. I drink my coffee after breakfast, not during breakfast. That's just me. I drink only certain thing during the consumption of food, and that's water. I might want on occasion drink sweet tea with food, but I don't do it very often. Most of the time I prefer water. It just seems like I digest my food better when I drink water. Yeah. The chocolate soda's great against fine it. Yeah. I'll try that out. Yeah, you like lemon slices to help me feel it. The lemon sort of settles your stomach. the lemon juice does. I know that sounds weird, but it does. Now, I'm not talking drinking a whole lot of lemon juice here. I mean, just a little, like a lemon slice, in your water. Just, just a little bit of that. It seems to help your stomach better. Yeah, watch out for the fake snakes. Fight the fear and watch out for the fake snakes. There you go. That's your motto for this year, okay? Don't forget it now. You might want to write that down. Fake snakes and fight the fear. Okay, watch out for the fake snakes and fight the fear. Yes, water does let you appreciate the taste of food. Food tastes better with it. Absolutely. But it feels like water doesn't quench my thirst. Could be in my mind. Well, you could be dehydrated a little bit there, Crystal. You might better check on that. You might better drink more water. You might not be getting hydrated enough. Here's the thing about hydration: you can drink water when you get dehydrated, but it doesn't replenish it like it normally does. So you do still feel thirsty after drinking a lot of water. That's usually a sign of dehydration. So be very careful with that. Drink more water and take in more fluids. Increase your water intake. You might be getting dehydrated. I presume all dill sweet pickles. I like dill pickles myself on hamburgers. Yeah. Yeah, cucumbers and lime. Yeah, that can be good. Yeah. What else is water? It is absorption. Yeah, yeah. Not too much salt, but yeah, I love that. I was talking about this the other day. Salt water actually. That's what holy water is made out of. By the way, it is mainly salt water. Salt water is a very cleansing thing. And let me tell you this, okay? I'm gonna give you a quick hint on something here. If you will listen to me very closely now. If you will gargle on a regular basis with warm salt water, it will give you a healthier mouth and healthier gums, and it will keep ulcers down. It will keep ulcers out of your mouth. It's very good for you dental wise. And you need to like gargle once a day at least with warm salt water. And here's another benefit of it: it also kills germs some ways better than Listerine. Listerine's nothing but actually a souped up alcohol. That's all it is, rubbing alcohol almost. Okay, that's why it tells you on the bottle not to swallow that stuff. You rinse it with you and spit it out. You do not swallow Listerine, and there's a reason why you don't. Um, but warm salt water is very healing, very cleansing, and it's good to even once in a while take a salt bath. Yeah, absolutely. I used to get mouth ulcers after that. Always helped healing. Yes, yes, it's very healing, very healing. But like I said, it can heal your skin as well. Take a salt bath every now and then. Put a bunch of Epsom salts in the water. Take a bath with that, and it will really help your skin. Your skin is the biggest organ and one of the most important organs on your body. Anyone hear about the new mask mandates in California? I don't know. It's being run by a bunch of jackasses. Okay. I hate to say that, but that's the way it goes, and I'm telling the truth. I got a lot of people in California I love. I got some friends out there, but hey, this state's being run by a bunch of jackasses with their heads up there. You know what? That's all I got to say about that. I do oil pulling and coconut oil. Yeah, coconut oil for your teeth is good. Yeah, that's good too. Yeah, salt baths is the best. Dr. Teal's salt bath. Yeah, I've heard of that. Yeah. But yeah, it's a very cleansing, very healing thing. And even wash your face with salt water sometimes helps with the wrinkles and everything, you know. It's good all the way around. Trust me, it works. I have done that coconut pulling. Yeah, it really does help your teeth and your gums. It gets rid of a lot of that poison in the gums, and you have pyorrhea and stuff like that. It's really good for stuff like that. Yeah, take warm salt water bath. Nothing wrong with that. Nope, nope, nope. It's real good. Really good for you. Well, either that or go bathe in the ocean. So there you go. I'm giving you doctor's orders to go to the beach. Okay. But you might want to wait till when it gets summer. I don't go in the winter. Salt sours, yeah. Salt sours, yeah. Salt is very good and it's a very good mineral. And like I say, it's very cleansing, very good all around. And look, it's supposed to be spiritual cleansing as well. So there you go. About with Himalayan salt, yeah, that's good. Yeah, just go to the beach. I'm afraid it's a little bit chilly on the beach right now. Unless we're talking about the beach in Australia. Now that would be worth going to. Yeah, yeah, salt shower. You can, these things like they use in the gardens that you put soap in and all that. That you soap your car. You can put one of those on in your bath and put salt in it, and actually do the salt shower that way as well. Some people will say, "Oh, they've been saging some stuff, huh?" They have to sage themselves, everything. Well, salt does the same thing without the smelly sage, okay? Let me say something about sage, okay? And I'm going to say something going to get a lot of people mad here. But sage is not that effective, okay? As some other things are. And I won't get into that tonight. But sage is not as effective as some people would have you believe. Salt is more effective than sage. I would rather cast salt than burn sage. What do you think about that statement? Oh, no, yours, uncle. Yeah, those grass skirts. Yeah, coconut girls. They wear the little coconut tops. I got every soap when you can smell it on a body is more than 6 feet away. They use way too much. Yeah, some people overdo it big time. Yeah. There used to be a lady where I went to church at, and you could actually be sitting in there, and she would walk in the door behind you, and you know it was her because you could smell her before she ever got there. She would like put on a ton of perfume. My gosh, it would knock you down. One can also use a reusable tea bag to put salt in, and it will hold it better in the shower. Oh yeah, you can do that. Yeah. Burning sage to cleanse the home. I have a stick but never burned it. That's what I've just got through saying there, Joanne. I would rather cast salt in a house than burn sage. Salt is more cleansing. I have seen it actually get rid of the demonic. Okay, it drives demons out. They don't like it, and if they don't like it, I like it. You know what I'm saying? But sage can be effective, but I'm just saying salt. I like it better. Palo Santo wood is better. Rosemary is better. You don't even have to burn this stuff, okay? That is a Native American thing. And a lot of times it was used in ceremonies to call and gather spirits in, not repel spirits, but to gather spirits. You got to be careful how you do it. You just don't walk around burning it. There is a ceremony that goes with it. There are prayers that have to be said with it. You don't just walk around burning sage and think it's going to run everything off. It just don't work that way. The prayers are what makes it more effective. The holy ash that I've talked about before, ash is dead stuff against wendigos and skinwalkers and stuff like that. You burn this ash in a campfire, okay? And you say prayers. You pray over that campfire. That's what makes this stuff holy. We call it a holy fire, okay? You gather the ashes later and you use them to anoint yourself or use them against wendigos, evil spirits, whatever the situation. But it's the prayers that made that ash effective. Don't you understand? That's what is the driving force behind it. Palo Santo smells amazing. Yeah, Palo Santo is good. No, wormwood is good. But I'm just saying, I'd rather cast salt. Salt is more highly effective than sage in that respect, unless you do the sage the correct way. Okay, you understand what I'm saying? It depends. And if you're dealing with what you think may be Native American spirits like the Wendigo or a Skinwalker, then you need to do the prayers that go with it. You need to do the ritual, the things that sanctifies that sage, that burning of the sage, or it's not going to work for you. And I want to tell you what, Skinwalker's not going to stand there and laugh at you while you light your sage up and start working on it. That's not going to work. You better have some ash with you. You can blow the ash on him, or you can anoint yourself with the ash. Don't you understand? That's what drives them off. It's good to always have. I have some. You have some of that holy ash, and you got to say the prayers over the fire and gather that ash later on to use it. Mine's a greenish one. I guess I read that there should be prayers and a feather, but I decided to just forget it. Well, see, you got to do the certain ceremony with it, or it's not effective, supposedly. What you're doing is Native American prayers that go with it. You understand? That's why shaman or medicine men, whatever name you want to call them, they are the ones that are supposed to ones that do the burning of the sage and all that, because they do the prayers. They know the prayers to do the ceremony that it goes with it. You understand? That's what makes it effective. So it's sort of like a gun without a bullet. What good is a gun without bullets? Okay, it's not all that good, and neither is that if you don't do it the right way. It keeps running. It's like pepper and sage mix. It's weird. But I think there is a cologne that is called sage, white sage cologne, actually. It may be what you may be experiencing there. Some people may be wearing them. That's weird. Well, I don't think they're all wearing that, but it that's strange. But anyway, it's the prayers of these things that make them more effective. That's what it takes. Well, that's the first show of the year. Okay. And Lord willing, the creek don't rise. We will have a lot more shows to go this year. And we hope we have some good shows. And we're going to have some interesting, very, very interesting topics. We're going to have some guests. We're going to have some very interesting guests coming on the year coming up. We got a lot of stuff planned. And I may even have Jessica Jones back on here as a guest again. Believe it or not, we may do that. We may have some other people back on here. I'm definitely going to get Brown Dwarf back on here again. We got to check with him and see what's going on in the city of Los Angeles. And yes, there's a lot of lost angels out there, definitely. And he knows about some of them, absolutely. And we appreciate you all for being here, your support. And thank you so much for joining the Patreon and the membership. We got some special stuff coming up for you this year. You don't want to miss it. Thank you so much for being shadow hunters with me. Together, we're going to pierce the darkness. Together, we're going to take the light into the darkness. We're going to find out the truth. And we're going to find out what's really going on in this world together, you and I, okay? And like I said earlier, I don't just throw that word friend around, okay? I don't have a lot of friends. I don't want a whole lot of friends. I want friends I can count on, friends I can trust. When I give you a place at my table, that means something to me. You understand? That truly means something to me, something in my heart, okay? And I want you to know that without a doubt. And if you've got a place at my table, you will always be welcome. And like I said, you will be greatly loved, definitely. And I appreciate every single one of you out there and all of your support and your time. I appreciate you coming to hear the show, coming to be and participating in it. Without a doubt, it means the world to me. Okay, I appreciate all of it, and you be praying for me in the coming year. Keep me in your prayers, and I will definitely keep you in my prayers for this coming year. Okay, and thank you, Russell. I appreciate that, bud. And believe me, I'm in your corner. I'm in your corner. Okay. And don't try to get rid of me because I'm there. Okay. I am in your corner. Okay. And that's where we want it to be. That's where we want to go with it. Okay. And it's all about light and love here, folks. Okay. There's the Patreon again. If in case you decide you want to join, support and join the show, become a shadow hunter, and you will get some interesting stuff coming up here. I'm going to be getting everybody's address pretty soon because I'm going to be doing some mailings out. We got some special stickers and magnets and stuff we want to give to the members, definitely. So hang in there with us for this year, and we'll see what else we can get into when we go hunting the shadows, okay? All right. Well, I appreciate you all here. Light and love, my friends. Light and love to you all. And this year of the snake, we'll probably get a handle on. We'll get a hold on that snake, okay? Definitely. And wrestle him down. So I appreciate you all being here. And remember, bon chance, bon ami. Until we get together again, Godspeed. The hunt has begun. Hunting the shadows.